The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' Hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Angel is on the high seas as she is presenting to the women making waves out in on a cruise ship somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico, I believe. And in the meantime, you've got me, and the lines are open if you want to join the conversation, have something to say and join. You can call 303-632-4160. And it is time to talk a little bit of business with a name that you are probably growing familiar with. Robert Posten is our guest. He's a successful entrepreneur, venture capitalist, a strategy expert, financial and sales master. He's helped several individuals, small business corporations increase revenue and results for the past 20 years. His innovative outside-the-box approach to business management and employee relations has set him apart as a true motivator and quite possibly the perfect CEO. Based in Stockton, California, he's currently the CEO of SunPower by the Solar Quote and Metron Capital. Robert Posten, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
You know, I'm doing fantastic, Robert. I was got to tell you before we get into our conversation, I went to your website, robertposten.com, and I absolutely love it. Free thinker, business architect, entrepreneurial engineer. That's you, and I'm glad to have you on the program, brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We're at the shrinking up my introduction for sure, but yes, thank you very much.
All right. Well, let's do this, Robert. Today we want to talk a little bit about owning a business, and in particular about the element of competition. And earlier in the program today, I said that, Angel and I have a language of our own here at Experience Pros, and we use the word co-opetition instead of competition, not suggesting that we don't understand and appreciate the value of competition. We do, and I think we're going to engage in that conversation. But that when we realize that, it's a great big world out there and there's lots of business to be had, it relieves us of the daily struggle of what if my competition outperforms or outbids me? Do you think competition is good or bad for small business?
I love it, and I love your explanation of it as well. I haven't heard it, and I noted it down, and I'm definitely going to use it. I believe competition is why we're in business, or why we do what we do. Right? Competition to me just allows us to get better. Being able to see what others are doing. It allows us to innovate, right? It allows us to be better. It gives us goals. It gives us something to reach for. And it makes us ask us questions. How do they do that? What are they doing? And to your point, I believe that the sharing of information to be competitive, it doesn't mean that competitive doesn't necessarily mean you're fighting. It means that it's going to bring out the best of you, right? The competition side just brings out the best. So I believe competition is everything.
Yeah, as you were speaking, I was thinking to myself, I even just wrote it down, a note of my own. This is competition is the building block of innovation. Because we look at what other people are doing. And as you were speaking, I got this imagery, and you're going to have to forgive me because I really don't know a lot about baseball. I don't follow the sport very well, but I remember that, I watched Nolan Ryan throw 106-mile-an-hour fastball. And ever since then, I've been watching people do their very best to come back and innovate to get to a place where they could do that on a regular basis. Same thing with business. If we see who the leaders are and we innovate and compete, give you an example. Uber came out with the first rideshare, at least the incentive for a rideshare app that made it simple for the user to go from point A to point B. Lyft comes along and sees what they've done, tweaks just a little bit, and the competition is on, and it's fierce.
Yeah, see, I see fierce, and I think it's that drive, right? But really, who benefits? right?
The consumer
benefits.
Yeah.
Right. And so without that, you're going to get lazy drivers. You're not going to get good pay. There's not going to be a standard that's set. And so that competition, I mean, trying to throw like Nolan Ryan, you immediately know, ooh, am I Nolan Ryan?
Nope.
Or should I throw curveballs? Right.
Right.
You learn real quick where you live in that space.
Yeah. And to go to your point, when I became a magician, a professional magician, I said that I wanted to be the David Copperfield of my niche. And then I quickly realized what an arrogant and haughty thing to say. I just want to be the best Eric Raymer that I could possibly be. So,
absolutely,
Robert, let's then ask the next logical question. So we understand that competition is good for business. Iron sharpens iron. It makes us better and it creates innovation. Once we've identified our competition, now how do we set ourselves apart? How do we distinguish ourselves?
I think you said it best. It's just realizing who you are, right? And I know I talked about it the first time we talked, but there is no competition because nobody can be you, right? Nobody's going to care about what you care about. Nobody's going to stay up late and worry about the things you worry about. And so, the internal competition of just being the best you, and just staying focused on that and not allowing, you can innovate and you're going to get different ideas from competition, but you want to be the best magician, but you want to be the best you as a magician, right? You want to be the best plumber, you've got to be the best you as a plumber, right? And I think that's everything in our space, right? Not everybody is Steve Jobs, not everybody's Nolan Ryan, but we are who we are, right?
Yeah.
And it really comes down to how much time do you want to put in? To me, success is always based off of where you put your time, energy, and effort, right? And we only have so much time, and we only have so much energy, and we only have so much effort. And so sometimes being the best father doesn't necessarily make the best entrepreneur, right? Sometimes the best entrepreneur doesn't make the best father just because you don't have enough time to do it. So being the best you is always important, and not having a board of comparing yourself to somebody like Nolan Ryan, right? Nolan Ryan is Nolan Ryan, and he's probably not the best at other things. Who knows? He probably can't golf. He probably can't talk on the radio, right?
Yeah, right. So let me.
Those are skill sets that we have.
Right. Let me now throw you a curveball because I'm not Nolan Ryan. Let me suggest that we, for a moment, engage in the conversation of what happens if we remove the word best. So, let's embrace the fact that we need to be the best us, whoever we are. But aside from that, here's another ism and osophy. We call them Ericisms and angelosophies here in Experience Pros. We often say you don't have to be the best, but you do have to be the favorite. What say you?
Ooh, that's interesting, right? So, because I'll give you a little bit of a curveball. I think words are always difficult, right? And so
sure,
words mean different things to different people. So best sometimes doesn't mean always the same what it mean to me, right? And so, but if you could just tell me more what you mean about my favorite.
Yeah.
Right?
So the idea of it, and I think this will be our last conversation, I think, for the time. But the idea of it is, McDonald's doesn't serve the best hamburger, but McDonald's serves a consistent product that is America's favorite, according to the dollars spent. So, we don't always have to be the best at something, but in order to gain market share and retain market share, we always have to be their favorite. And so there's more than one dimension to the concept of what builds this competition and then subsequently subsidizes business.
Absolutely. I think, it doesn't get better than what you said. And I think another thing that you said is the consistency, right? It's being the rock. And I think that comes, again, best favorite, because I get your point. You don't necessarily have to be the best there's better burgers than McDonald's burgers, but you always know what you got when you walk into a McDonald's.
Indeed. Robert, where do people go to get connected to you if they want to carry on the conversation with you? I know that you've got some great coaching going on as well. How do people connect with you?
Yeah. So anybody who has a business, an entrepreneur who's looking to get connected in, we do a lot of investing. We do a lot of investing in people. We'd like to have a network of people who listen to your show, people like yourself, right? So we try to bring these people together and focus on the people and not necessarily the products. So they can go to robertposten.com. We're always open. We love engaging. We love learning. I love this show today. I learned a lot from you. I love the favorite idea.
It's a good thing to have you, Robert. We're going to have to go. Robert Posten, yep. POSTEN.com. Gotta go. We'll be back after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at Experience.